I want to simplify LinkedIn for you. I've seen lots of agencies overcomplicate it, take the long route, and LinkedIn has brought me tons of leads, incredible connections with other entrepreneurs, speaking gigs, and even business partners. And I know that it can do the exact same thing for you. I've seen people use spreadsheets, hire VAs, hundreds of different things to super overcomplicate it. And so today we're going to walk through it very, very simply. I'm going to even show you on my screen exactly things that my business is doing right now. So here are the 3 steps that you can do to implement into your business today. The first thing that we're going to cover is just optimizing your profile. Won't spend too much time on this. There's tons of information on the internet about it. It just needs to be covered. And I'm going to use some examples that you can go and then take and apply to your LinkedIn right in this very moment. The second and the third one are a little bit more important. The second one is creating client producing content, right? We're not looking for to go crazy viral. We're not looking for a bunch of comments or likes or whatever. We want content that's going to produce clients from it. Yes, we want to get some impressions. Yes, we want to get out there because then more people will learn about us, but mainly just getting clients out of it. So you don't need 1 million followers. You can do it with 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 followers. And then the third and most important one is we're going to learn how to automate your outbound. Most people do this manually. They hire VAs. They're tracking everything through Excel sheets. They're doing cold emailing, cold calling with it. All of those things are great. Today, I'm just going to show you how you can have it on automation. So you don't actually have to physically do it. You don't have to hire someone to do it. It'll be a little machine that does it for you. So let's dive right into that. The first thing we're going to talk about is optimizing your profile. So let's go over to my good friend, Chase Diamond. Chase Diamond is a good friend of mine. He talks a lot about LinkedIn because he is the LinkedIn master. So we're going to take his profile as an example. The main idea is that you just want to have a banner that displays either your company name or who you are and what you do. People just like visual things, right? And especially on LinkedIn can be kind of boring. So having something visual like this can be important with your contact information, what you've done, etc. And then same thing in your bio. Well, obviously you want to have a good profile pic. That goes without saying. Having your company displayed on there, etc. But just explaining who you are and what you've done. He's the top e-commerce email marketer and agency owner, right? So if you have a e-commerce email marketing agency, make sure people know, make sure people have a tangible way of knowing how much you've done, right? So he's done 1 billion emails for clients with over 150 million in email, right? So have something like that that's tangible so people know how known you are, what you've been able to accomplish, right? And that's one of the most important things because this is what everyone sees when you send them a connection. When, like for example, over here, when there's people recommended to follow, when you see their posts, when they comment, you'll see this stuff. So the first things you want to throw on there are the most important details about you. And I'll show you my profile as well, just so you can check it out. Another thing is this featured section, making sure that in this featured section, you have the most important actions or the most important things about you. So if you've been mentioned in a magazine, in a PR publication, whatever it is, throw that up here. If you have a newsletter you want people to subscribe to, throw that up here. If you have any free resources for people, that's an incredible one to have up here. But do not neglect this featured and highlighted section because people will come here and they will see these things, and these will be the things that they've clicked on the most. And then here's some of his publications. We're not going to read those today. Some of his posts, we're not going to read those today. And then an about me, a quality about me of who you are, clients you've worked with, how long you've been doing it for. So for readers or clients that want to learn more about you as a person, they're able to come here and do that, right? Without jumping on a call with you, without having to send you a message to ask you who you've worked with or what you've done or what you've been able to accomplish. They're able to come in here and see a blurb about you and what you've done. This is very, very important because a lot of people, without making the commitment of wanting to message you, they just want to know the most important things about you. And then your past experience, this isn't as important unless you've worked somewhere impressive or done something impressive. Education, same exact thing, doesn't really matter. If you do some volunteering, that's great, whatever. But the main idea is that from this section above, this is kind of what you want to perfect, is your bio in this header section. Like I said, not going to spend a lot of time here. Just want to show you mine real quick, just so that you can see the top of mine. Kara Marketing, CEO at Kara Marketing, #1 in SEO for ecom. So automatically anyone that's in ecom that wants SEO, they know I'm the person to come to. 120 million in DTC sales from SEO and Amazon, right? So anyone that's interested in that, in SEO or Amazon, they know where to come. Another thing is important to have is either a link tree or a link to your website here so that people can easily know where to contact you and find the stuff that you're into. And if you go further, you can see my About Me. You're viewing it as me logged in, so mine does not look the same as Chase's, obviously. But it shows my top skills here: SEO, e-commerce, public speaking, writing, and executive coaching. And it gives a little blurb about me, what I've done, who I am, what I do, and my other social platforms as well. Like I mentioned, this experience thing doesn't matter as much. I do have good past experience, but I don't care about putting it on here. So that's the first section that we are going to dive into. So back up, let's go to point number 2. And number 2, what we're going to establish is how to create client producing content. So quickly optimize our profile. Perfect. Everything looks great. We look fantastic. Everyone loves us. And now we want to actually create content that is going to produce clients from it. We don't want to go viral. We're looking for clients, right? Like that's the end goal. If you're also producing your brand on the side, I can show you some things that have worked for me to help me get me a lot of impressions, things that other people have taught me and things that I have done as well to get impressions on my account. But let's dive back into the computer, onto my screen, and I want to show you some of the posts and how they're structured, of how we've done them. So I want to review some of the posts that we've done here in the past year. We really just started going to town on LinkedIn in the past 3 or so months, as you can see here. As far as our posting, we've always done outreach and stuff on it, made connections, etc. But I want to show you some of the different styles of posts that are going viral. I don't want to give you theory. I want to show you exactly what has been working for us. And I don't mean viral as in like tons and tons of impressions, but mostly like comments and actual clients, which is what we're after. So I'm going to walk into this one first. This is an incredible strategy that we've used once and that we're going to continue to use, of doing different things like free webinars, free workshops, free trainings, and then having people sign up for it or comment so that we can send them to the sign up page, right? So that's what we had them do specifically. In this instance, the post says due to popular demand, because it's true. A lot of people were asking this. But once you say that, you show your authority of like, okay, this is something that people want. I should read. Even if I wasn't the person that asked him for it, there are people out there that are asking for it. So due to popular demand, I'm doing a free webinar on how my SEO agency has generated over 100 million in organic search over the past 2 years. Now, you can't put whatever number. It has to be an accurate number, but you can put 1 year, 2 year, whatever it is. For us specifically, we've generated 120 million over the span of 2 years. If you want to switch up the number a little bit, but just try and find something accurate. If it's emails, for example, you saw that Chase has sent over 1 billion emails, things like that, that's going to draw them to your authority and make them want to listen to you, right? Now, we only have 250 seats available. This was actually true. This wasn't fake scarcity. We didn't want to pay for a larger audience because you have to pay significant money to get more than 250 seats. So we said it. We just said it. It's like, hey, we only have 250 seats, so I can answer everyone's questions at the end. Comment SEO, and I will send you the link for access. Now, this is key. We could have just put the link right here and had them sign up for it through the post. But if we did that, we'd be taking people away from LinkedIn. So LinkedIn doesn't obviously like that very much. They want people to be on their platform. But at the same time, we wouldn't be drumming up any engagement because people would be going, they'd be signing up for the webinar, and then they probably wouldn't be liking, they probably wouldn't be resharing, and they probably wouldn't be commenting anything. So what we did is we made people comment, and then I manually had someone go in to each person and send the link to them, right? And send it over to them. And I also wanted them to be connected to me because I can't send them a message if they're not connected to me or if they're not following me. So those were a couple things that I had people do is I had them follow me and connect with me, and then I had them comment. And as you can see, it drummed up 320 comments of different people that were interested. And then it ended up going out to 17,000 people. So obviously we had many more people signing up for this than even our webinar. And this is something that took me an hour to do. I sat down, did this webinar for everyone, took me an hour to do. And it drummed up a lot of engagement and a lot of connections that I was then able to use to produce and push out content to in the future. So that's one example of something that I've seen work. Now let's go to the second one. The next example. 5 key steps to SEO success in 2024. So, very actionable steps that a business owner could take right now and implement into their business tomorrow, right? You want to keep it actionable and you want to keep it valuable. People don't like fluff. Their attention spans are shorter. They're longer on LinkedIn, but people's attention spans are still shorter. What I would have done in hindsight to add extra value to this is I would have added carousel images with each of these points also written out because people like to see it visually as well. But you want to make your points very concise and very actionable and professional for what you're talking about, especially if it's something for the year. So for example, as we come into Q2, you can say like, hey, these are the best things that you can do for Q2, and word it around your space or whatever you're in. And this is more of a long form post where we're actually giving value to people. And at the bottom, we still have a call to action for people, right? It says, if you'd like an in-depth insight on how you can improve your SEO ranking in 2024, comment audit, and I will personally reach out to you and send you an audit of your website. Now, this isn't going to drum up as many comments as a free workshop, right? Because then someone has to engage with you. They're admitting that they're a business owner and that they would like to connect with you in order for you to give them something back to their business, right? It's more vulnerable, takes more action steps, and then it leaves them open to you kind of coming in and selling them on your business, right? But we had 16 people comment on this, which are 16 business owners that are coming to us for these audits for their businesses. And at the same time, it's also drumming up engagement. So once you see the first business owner reply audit, then the second business owner is gonna be like, oh, people are actually asking for it. Then he does it. Then the third, then the fourth, and it's gonna stack on top of each other. We even got some reposts for this guy. And people are going to ask for this information after they've already seen value from me. So I've already given them all the value, and then I'm just trying to give them more free value, but that makes them commit to something with me, which is sending me a message and letting me dive and their business being vulnerable to my team's expertise and their advice, right? So this is a client producing post. The webinar is as well because it'll go viral. A lot of people will attend this training. Sure, it'll be a lot of people that want to learn just about SEO, maybe even marketing agency owners, but it'll also bring in brands that are looking to learn about it as well. But that's more of like a trying to get out there and get as many people as possible. And once again, this one reached about 13,000 people. Not trying to get to millions, trying to get to the brand owners that I want to target. So here are 2 examples that I've already shown you. And let's check this last example right here. And this one's a little bit more polarizing. We like to make polarizing comments, not only on our ads, but also through our posts where we say SEO takes too long to generate revenue because everyone talks about how SEO takes too long. So find polarizing things like that inside your business, whatever it is. Like if it's email marketing, you can talk about different metrics there that are all people are always talking about and are always conflicting. And this is really a way to drum up engagement, because then people are like, this is spot on. And they're writing these long paragraphs of the information that they found from your posts and how valuable it is, etc. And LinkedIn is seeing that they're engaging with you and that it's producing this engagement. And then also it's is a way that brings clients in, because now they're like, oh, so SEO doesn't take too long to generate revenue. Yeah, so it's one of those things that's very helpful to bring in that engagement. Like one of our most polarizing ads that we do all the time with SEO is like, hey, we say, hey, you'll spend your life's inheritance on Zuckerberg on Facebook ads, but you won't spend a few thousand on SEO and get a 45x return on investment like this client. And then we show a little screenshot of our client that actually had those results. And that's one of those polarizing things that we're able to show people, and it brings in that conflict of like, oh, I hate Zuckerberg and all the anti-Facebook people. And then people just come in and start commenting, and you get the gist. So try and find those things inside of your niche, inside of your business, that are conflicts that are going to kind of set people on edge and that are going to give them the view that you want them to have. All right, so those are the 3 posts coming back out. The third thing that I want to review is how to automate your outbound, right? Now that you've had these people come in, sure, we're talking to these people. They're people that have engaged with our content. They're people that are liking our content now. They're probably going to message us. If they've commented, we can then go and message them. And these are all going to be good leads, right? But I like to attack LinkedIn on 2 different fronts, not only on the content front of like posting good content and having people come to me, but I also want to do outbound, right? Like, why wouldn't I bring more attention to my profile if I'm already doing and writing good content? Why wouldn't I try and draw more attention to it? And I'm going to add a bonus one at the end, which will be number 4. And I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get there. So you just got to hang out. But this is how you can actually automate your outbound. And I'm going to show you the exact sequence and how we do it. So let's dive back onto the screen once again. And I'm going to introduce you to a software called Dripify. If you don't know what Dripify is, go look it up now. Go make your account. Go start your free trial. No affiliation with them. I don't have an affiliate link down below. I just want you guys to use them because of how fantastic they are. And it is what you need to literally automate your lead generation. So go make your account. I'm going to show you how to use it right now. This is our dashboard. I'm going to show you exactly what our dashboard looks like. We're going to go into our campaigns real quick. And we're actually I'm going to show you an exact campaign that we already use. This one's from 8/12/23. So we're going to go back and do an old one. We reached out to let's see, I think it reached out to 355 people. So not a crazy amount. It's just one of the examples that I want to show you. Now, the way that you're actually able to target people on Dripify is by going to Sales Navigator and copying and pasting a URL from the audience that you've looked for, right? So I have an example audience here for you. And this is what we do is we take e-com leads, right? So this is a email list that we already have, and we generate those email lists either from someone from Fiverr or any kind of data scraper that can go out and find e-commerce brand owners for us that are specifically in the niche that we want. And then we even go further and make sure that they're in North America, so that we can know what their function in as well. And then we go and find their LinkedIn profile. And we want to copy this link right here so that we know exactly who these people are. And then we drop them into our campaign over here in Dripify. And now once we have, and I'm not an expert on finding audiences in here, so I'm not going to show you guys how to do all these functions, but the way that we do it is very, very easy by going out and getting a list from someone of emails, thousands of emails from e-commerce brand owners, and then we plop it in here, and LinkedIn gives us their profiles based on the emails that we plopped in there. And that's how we generate our lists for Dripify. So then we know 100% that they're accurate, because you can go through these, but it's not going to be accurate 100% of the time. And at least this way we know that they are 100% accurate. So once we've plopped them into the campaign, then we turn it on. And what it does when it turns on is it turns on this little sequence. And this is the automation that I was talking about, guys. This is how it exactly plays out every single thing for you automatically. So right now you can see we have 5,800 people in the queue, and there's a lot of things with LinkedIn that you have to avoid to not get banned. Dripify does all of those. Their algorithm is perfect. I've never had issues with it, and it works 100% of the time. And basically what it's doing is it's sending them an invite, right? So it's sending an invite to their LinkedIn from my LinkedIn. Nothing else. There's no messages. We're not messing with them. An hour later, after the invite was accepted, so once they've accepted our invite, an hour later, we're going to go and endorse one of their skills, right? So for example, if they have copywriter as one of their skills, we'll go and endorse it just to give them like a, hey, wink, wink, we're paying attention to your profile. It waits another hour. Then we send them a message, and this is the message that we send them. Hi, first name. I saw that you're the blank position for blank company. I have an SEO company that specializes in DTC e-commerce brands. So I'd like to connect with you in this vertical. Felt it would be nice to connect to see if I can assist now or later. Now, you can be very abrupt like this. This is one of the messages that we were testing. Or you can just be like, hey, looking to connect. Thank you so much for connecting. If you need anything, let me know. Because they'll go to your profile. And that's why we need to optimize the profile, because they will go to your profile to go check out what you have going on, right? And then we're waiting again 3 days. And we're sending another message. Hey, first name. Hopefully you got some value from my posts, because more than likely they've gone and looked at your posts. We try to make things that are valuable, as valuable as possible for e-commerce stores trying to dial in their SEO. Nothing else. We're still not selling them anything. So then we wait 4 days and we send out another message. And here's where you can be a little bit more direct with your pitch. Hey, hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if you had a chance to check out any of our weekly SEO audits, because one of the posts that we do is we post audits from other companies that we've been auditing, and we do a Loom video, and then we put it out as a post so people can see what our audits actually look like. So then we tell them here, like, hey, not sure if you've seen any of those audits, but if you'd like something like that for you, and I'm paraphrasing, just let us know and we'd love to send it over to you. Right? So then they reply to that message. They're like, man, I'd really like one of those audits. I've seen them. They're pretty cool. They're pretty insightful. And then we are able to make an audit for them. And then we generally like to deliver it to them on a call, right? So we say, hey, I finished your audit. Would you like to check it out on a call? Yes, we would. Send it over here, whatever. And then that's where we're able to make a more of a business connection. But the idea is that audit is so incredibly valuable that it brings them back to us, because we're telling them everything that's wrong with their SEO, and we're telling them how to exactly fix it. So we've made ourselves the authority, because we're the ones showing them the issues that they have, and we've shown them how to actually solve them as well. And then we're already the ones in their face showing them the problem, and then they're like, oh, well, this is obviously the guy that has the solution for my problem, right? So then they come to us and they're like, well, all of this is fantastic. We know that we have all these errors. I don't have the time, because we're very good at targeting people. We know that they're business owners that have solid businesses, and they're not going to have the time to go through and do all the SEO stuff. I don't have the time. I'd love to hear a proposal, or have you guys prepare a proposal for me on how you can do this for my business. And that is it for making your LinkedIn an automated lead generation machine. Just follow those 3 steps. Get plugged into Dripify, create some good content, and make sure you're driving those people to calls. Dripify for me honestly was a game changer. Throwing the manual work out the window. Didn't want anything to do with it again. And being able to actually target people that I knew were inside my niche, that I knew were qualified leads, if you're creating content, you're going viral, not everyone watching your content, not everyone interacting with it is actually a good lead all the time, right? So when you're doing this Dripify funnel, people are then going to go from there. They're going to watch your content, and you know that they're the people that you want to watch your content. Now, I told you I'd give you a bonus one as well, and this is something that we have tried and tested and has done very well for us, is if you've done any investigation into Twitter and how to grow on Twitter, one of the things that is used are those giveaways, right? Like you'll create a PDF. For example, one of our PDFs that we created was how to rank on Google in less than 60 days. And we give this PDF for free, and in return, people comment free PDF or whatever on the post. Now, we have done these posts on LinkedIn and they work very, very well, where you're like, hey, comment and I'll send you over this PDF to your DM, must be connected, must be following, whatever. And then you send it over to them. But alternatively, we have also tried testing this through LinkedIn ads. We do this through Facebook ads on a regular basis, but we've tried testing this on LinkedIn and ads as well, where they have to give us their name and phone number and email in order to download the PDF. And that has helped us incredibly because they're high quality leads that we're giving away this free PDF to, and then we're able to contact them and say, oh, do you want an audit? Do you want a demo call? Do you want all of these different things? And we're able to sell that to them as well. And then you can retarget these people with cold email. You can retarget these people on Dripify, and they'll come and watch your content. So that's just kind of an added bonus for you guys. Take these steps, go and implement them into your business and into your agency today. Once again, many of you will watch, but very few of you will actually listen.